this for Adam. I'm gonna try and make this as fast as possible. I am gonna pick Rogue, just so, because it's the weakest early. Just in general, it is a pretty weak class, combat-wise. I don't actually do any theft prior to level 4. I will get to the point where I am level 4, and then I can start theft. But
Finally free. I must find my kin. Dead. Good.
wow, that should not work. But
I hope.
okay.
Seems simple enough.
To here. These are the only real skills that you need early for this bit. I will keep Shadowheart and Lae'zel in the party until after the Grove, and then I won't get rid of them. I'll just leave them in camp for the purposes of this speed. Ooh, yeah, why not? Nice. Okay. Just for the purposes of it's easier to do this with a single character. I also blow through a lot of the dialogue because it's obvious to me. The us choice is entirely up to you how you would like to play your character. You don't have to get us, nor do you need to, that's not the one I thought it was. Nor do you need to bring him, or lobotomize him. You can just leave him how he is. Wow, you really are useless.
At the ready.
I like to monkey with the hotbars so that I know what I've got in front of me. It seems a lot easier just to understand what's available. These are 10 EXP a pop. This helps with the level 2 after the Nautiloid.
What's in here?
This backpack always has a gem and some gold. Same with this chest. Always has a gem and some gold. If I were playing a solo run, it is moderately important to get us, because when you have us, you can't. If you don't have us, you can't kill this intellect devourer, and you end up on the beach fighting 3 of them, and that is far more than you want it to be. But I've dialed down the actual Zulk fight pretty decently. There's a bit of stupid cheese that goes along with it, but it goes pretty quick considering for a big old sword and at least level 2.
You're a guest, and you expect we both need all the help.
Cool. And let's go. Thanks. Cool. Let's do this.
whatever it takes.
No one stopped me yet.
If you dash in the beginning, you will come into this encounter with a full dash and an action. So that's fun.
I must connect the helm. Talk to
You
me.
first
On the
to
move.
here. Can we get it first time?
Fury.
Yay. Did he really drop it? He did. Fuck me. Alright, you hit this dude. Come up to here.
Time to strike.
Can't even catch my breath. Death won't take me yet. Maybe I need more pockets.
I will ascend. Taking position.
Can she get there? She can. And I can drop these off. Cool.
Ignore the... We must take the transponder.
There's only 2 things to skip there, and if you skip it incorrectly, if you accidentally press spacebar a majillion times like I usually do,
Don't waste a step.
you'll end up skipping your turn, which is super annoying.
Need to stay focused. Have to keep going.
71. Just enough time. I looted that, yep.
This is your end.
Can I get there? Nice.
Where do I go from here? Need to find a way forward.
Let's end this. On I go.
Yay! Womp. Feline. Rah! Gotta get to that helm.
With haste.
Let's finish this.
We want it under 45. Womp. Ooh. I actually really want it under 40.
Focus. I need to reach the transponder.
Mindflayer's empty.
Got to focus.
I'm gonna let it roll one more turn. Jesus. What a terrible fucking Cambion.
What's the plan?
Does it work? Is it low enough? Yeah, it is. Great.
The helm's alien.
Unbelievable. We made it.
Best be on my way.
Droids of you know nothing of this. There is
Something's on my mind.
You're alive. We might have escaped. We need each other.
Disco's here. Ooh, I need that. Where's Dip? No, no, no.
I am ready. More of those wretched things. Might help.
Bit of caution never hurt. Need any advantage I can get. Don't mind if I do. Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Oh man, not surprised. That's not fun. Oh, what's this one doing here? That's annoying. Anyway, in a solo run, usually there is only two. I don't know where the third one comes from. Yay.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Moving in.
Between the Mind Flayer and the Nautiloid, there's one. It's at 2, 3 up here, and then the one that lives. You should get 2 speed potions on average. Actually, need that. There's one. Here's to hoping this one has one. I don't generally stop and pick up. Obviously, you don't grab a Starion or Gale or whatever. It's not what I wanted to do, but whatever. I guess I can use a skull later.
A mind flayer.
Yeah.
Gank. Death is too kind a fate.
Sad. Oh well. At this point, is when I generally swap out to get this. No. Where is it there?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Hurry, there. In the... What did you... And those... Hand to think. My name's Astarion. Please tell me you at least... these were, well, then finding anyone who knows about these were...
As he
Okay. I do now, when I play with a party, I will take 3 people over here to do this because someone usually makes the check.
Deeper is the mud around that rock.
Come on. I don't need either of these. Up to here. And again, once we do the the goblin camp fight, I will send all of these people to camp and just play
Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
with this singular character. Because Dark Urge, I will kill
touch the
Gale.
sigil. This is joy.
Because I don't need his storyline. And it's faster than having the conversation. If you don't play Dark Urge, you have the conversation it's super long, no matter how you try and cut it up. Also, because of Dark Urge, I get to just scare them away.
Enough gawking. Get.
I have to wait for them to walk off, and I will level up Hysterium while we do it. The only reason that you really do that is so that
Interesting times.
you have a fight. You can
A tad, but careful.
function in.
She obviously sees your kindness as weakness.
There it
You
is.
have
Great. You can get pretty overwhelmed pretty easily by the goblin fight. You want to have everyone leveled. Also, depending on how you want to play the goblin fight, you can do a handful of different styles. I like to try and get everyone dead. Where is there? It is.
Never wanted the easy path.
I like to have as few survivors as possible.
We should check it out, but be careful.
Like, having Will die and Eridan die is very, I wouldn't say it's very advantageous. Having Will die is irrelevant, but having Eridan die is advantageous. I will short rest here. You don't have to if you don't have a caster. It's helpful, but it's not the most important part. God damn it. There we go. That was not what I wanted to do, but I'll take it. It's fine. How is he first to go? That's wild. Because Zevlor is ahead in the initiative, this fight will very easily go in the favor of us, just because Rallied gets out so fast. If Zevlor is down in the lowerish half, it's really easy to manipulate this fight into a losing fight. That, like, just Eridan or just you and Will survive. If Eridan dies here, you can't steal from Zevlor when he knocks him out, but you also don't have to have a conversation with him later about how annoying he fucking is all the time. My goal in this fight probably here is just to participate. I don't really need to do or have any real functionality in it. If you do this solo, the real goal in this fight is just to survive. Really what you want to do is stay up on these rocks and just bow people down. Coming down on the field is suicide, I would say. Really, it's not great. Fuck off, whatever. As far as the as far as the deluxe edition stuff, it is reasonably helpful. The helmet alone allows you to pick and choose, obviously, conversations. You use it in the goblin camp. Who's irrelevant? You. Critical hit with the fucking Barth is gonna live. That's another not great one. He has a lot of money on him. Usually this bugbear kills a ton of people, but for some odd reason it's over here. Jesus. That's a Krug, yeah it is. Guess the whole crew's gonna survive.
At the ready.
Got to press on.
That absolutely did not hit the person I picked. But whatever. No. Man, these guys are tossing potions right and left. I'm surprised. Oh well.
Spill some blood.
Alright.
I am fury. I am death. Taking position.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
Dream in death. Let's have a look.
Oh, the door rang. What am I missing? This. Cool. And then I'm gonna talk with you.
The spasming and twitching.
Cool. Back off.
In a very look at me. Oh, darling.
And you.
Chat. Shook. As you. Something the matter? If you're sure.
Yeah, wait. Oh, there it
If
is.
you're
This is the
sure.
right one.
As
I am sure. Thanks. So, this is where the fun starts. This barrel usually has something good in it. Sometimes it has, yeah, like meh, but whatever. Stuff. That chest always has something good in it. That's for dig, I'm good. Nope, we just need to have this conversation.
Better not be cursed.
You led them straight to us, and
Womp womp. Everyone's so mean to me. Me and my friends. You can do this if you need to. I usually do.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. Well, that's interesting.
Oh.
Nice. Using a 5-finger discount. What to choose?
He won't wake up until you walk past this, so... And he doesn't check his inventory? For whatever reason.
Is there anything you need?
From this, you are looking to buy this, fire arrows, and these arrows, darkness arrows. Dump this, dump this. This. Cool.
I have something to ask.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
You need to get Roland to stay so that he is at Sorcerer's Sundries in Act 3. There's another reason to get him to stay from Act 2. We're not going to steal anything, but I put gloves on just to
He stares right past you, see nothing. As you turn back,
need to succeed this. It helps because you're a rogue, obviously, but this is another check. You either need to succeed or you have to, if you don't succeed this check, you have to kill the strange cow, or the strange ox. He loses 5 attitude to me, which makes him temporarily hostile. But then as I disappear, combat ends, and then I can have a conversation. Do not take the potion with speak animals, because it will
now's your chance to
try and have the conversation with him, as opposed to just letting you interact like this. Steal the ring, or get the ring. It feels like theft, but... And then we change into halfling, something small.
Hold on. Go on. Take this. Call it.
No,
Head.
sure.
I've got more where that came from.
Can I see whereas you need to buy something off Natus? I spent a whole 5 gold to buy a stupid ring and then tell him that he's a great businessman or whatever. That plus rescuing Arabella here at the Druids is enough to get Mole to talk to you, and to give you the idol quest. We're all very angry. This is the easiest option to get through conversation. This may be too far up. I may have lost that. Nope, okay.
a death viper. The death
Dark
of a
Urge will
child.
try and make you kill her, or
Never
let
grows
the
old.
snake kill her. But you do need to succeed this check. So that Arabella goes free and you can go talk to the Druids. Or to Mole.
Let's see.
This is earlier than most people will do this, but there is a sneaky trick that I abuse to get the idol. When the idol is in the air, if you come back to... They don't trigger, for whatever reason. The aggro doesn't trigger. And you can walk out with it. You could use this potion of invisibility that I got. If you have one, you can use that too. I generally don't get them. So let's move on. The halfling or gnome illusion allows you to get in here if you didn't make the check with Donnie, whatever his name is. And you had to kill the ox. This is the hard, lengthy way to go.
You saved Arabella.
Happy to help. Do you need anything? We'll see what I can
anything
do. Do you need this idol? Cool. Come here.
I had a feeling.
Do you have anything I need? I need one of these. None of this.
Anything
You don't necessarily need darkness arrows. They're just very useful for theft later on. I always just try and start collecting them as soon as possible. At this point, I will go drow. Because the next area is sort of drowish. Tilted, I guess.
What's inside?
This pouch over here always has the same style of gem plus a wee bit of gold in it that you see in the opening, that opening chest and the backpack by Shadowheart and the Nautiloid.
People up ahead.
I walk around these and grab this Murgold, or Mugwort, whatever. If you are playing solo, it's dangerous. I kill these to
Do you have orders for us?
find the other. If you're playing with a party and you intend to, ooh, that was close.
What are they raving on about?
If you intend to
Strike. Why let its host's memories go?
kill the owlbear, does he have gold? I can't remember if he has gold. You have to send them to help, kind of. Whatever. It's helpful to send them over to help. If not, or if you don't care to, it's fine. You can do whatever you like with them. I don't believe they appear in any other facet. These, sometimes, some of these plates are really expensive plates if you need money. I look for just obvious. Like, I'm not going to fight over whatever. If this party survives and they run away here instead of staying, you can fight them here. He's level 3, and I think Barth is 2, 2, and 3. Yeah. The key is that they walk away. Eventually. Go away, for the love of God. Fine. The adventurers have useful loot. The goblins oftentimes do not. But like this, I don't care. That's nice. I don't care. What's in the backpack? Gold and or food. If you are a drow when you get here, you can talk your way through this fight instead of getting into a fight, whether you're surprised or not. I'm now level 3, which means that withers will appear at my encampment no matter what. I don't have to go dig him out of the sarcophagus. I will eventually go back and do that area. I do it at like 4 or 5, like when I'm on my way out of the act, to make sure that I pick up the completionist stuff, but it's not worth it being as difficult as it really is to do that. I multi-class here into a warlock for a hot second. That's good enough. Just so that I can get and do shovel. Shovel isn't a requirement for almost anything. I just have cast. No, right here. You have to pick shovel items. Her name's Illy. Name, keep shovel. Is that what you guys did here? You have such a way with words, and you have to talk to her. And if you're a wizard, a special kind of, or a special wizard, a source, or a special kind of sorcerer? I'm sorry, where's, there. I was like, where's dismiss? Or a warlock. She will give you this. She becomes bound to you, like full on. You don't have to do anything. You change your class, and she's stuck. I use her specifically for some fights, like Menthara, where it is really hard to get a surprise round. I will have her set it up so that I get that surprise round. This is also unnecessary. I just like the necromancy storyline. We need the antidote. And I usually grab all the scrolls out of here, obviously. You don't necessarily need any of that except for the antidote, but I like to do it. This is the closest I come to using barrels in the wrong place. I take a barrel from here and I take it to the outer goblin camp. It's not for any wild ass reason. It's just easier to. It's easier to make sure a fight that you do solo is a guaranteed win. There's a fire wine barrel near some of the camp of 3 goblins. I carry the barrel for a while before I get there, but the actual distance is not that far from here. But there's a fire wine barrel nearby that I always like to pop, and then sometimes it doesn't kill everyone, and then there's this like shootout, and so it's just a really easy way when you're playing solo to verify that it's not going to go horrifically. If you want to get Scratch, you can. I don't generally do it. In a solo run, I won't because he's not useful. In a group run, he is quite useful because he's the only summon companion that has help, and you can use that. This is a good one. I'm always intimidating.
He whines, but remains.
Cool. He's the only summoned familiar that can use help, and so you can invisi him and send him to help Dame Aelin in the Catherick fight, which can give you a free-ish action. Down here is the key for the cellar. I don't generally grab it because I don't generally need it. I don't almost ever go in there, but I'll snag this. I don't think so. I come up, grab the Risen Road waypoint. This is the first big, the Knoll fight is the first big
Bodies everywhere.
Mind Flayer fight. Didn't get it up there. You can generally get about 10,
Whatever killed
I
those
think.
goblins might be nearby.
10.
Careful.
Man, not this time. Usually get 10 Knoll ears or hyena ears out of that, but I guess not. Wait. Talk to this woman.
Need any supplies?
I do not.
Fewer mouths to
Generally, I just try and sell what I have down because I don't need much. If I'm playing in a run where I get something that this woman always has a scroll of mirror image, which is super useful. Next we come down here. We use that again. That drow form gets us through this initial checkpoint where they grump about who's coming to see who. But then we have to change it again once we get to the goblin camp. This is where I'm talking about with the barrel. Again, it's not super important. If you have a party, it's not like a non-issue. Why does that not work anymore? Oh, because I don't have anyone in my party. So... I could probably walk through this, couldn't I? One of them has flame arrows. I can't remember if there's... No. This? Nope, it's this. This is the chest we're after. It often contains those. You can find bloodlust elixirs. You'll almost never find strength elixirs from them, but everything else. This is where the real tight quickness starts coming in.
Your vision, then the vision. My power.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard. Welcome, your greatness. I've got some good stuff.
From this guy, we want these gloves. This doesn't matter what race you are. Once you get in the door, it's not that big a deal, but they don't give you as much shit if you are drow. You need to be not drow. I think any race will work for this, and I will put this on.
The mark glows, but you feel
A lot of assumptions.
Nasty look. That's more like it.
At this point, if you're a rogue, you get advantage, but
As you'll
you
live
should have enough to always, a +10 to always pull that off. His toes. After that, he walks out, and he walks out to the bridge. We have to go back to Drow before this conversation. He walks out to the bridge, and we push him off.
the mark glows.
I'm a drow. Fuck off. I'm here for Ragzlin. We may beat Volo and Gribbo there. Or is it Gribbo? Whoever. I did. Cool.
Don't go bothering my piggy.
What
What's it
was
doing?
myself?
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your limited power is beyond reach.
Cool. So we get Volo out.
I guarantee we mustn't carry.
Again, drawer before you have this conversation, like there's no vision up here. Everyone is focused on this dead mind flayer. So we come up and break into the sweet loots. This is so that we can afford to buy things from Roa. Roa? That sounds right. Whatever this little halfling's name is. Halfling? No, something like that. Yeah, Rella. You take this off. For fuck's sake. It is. I would like to give you this and that. You can sell whatever you like, but we need the Bow of Awareness. We also will pick up, like, scrolls is common to buy here. I will try and buy these generally. And then it gets small again. But I have my strength potion still. I don't know that I needed that. Ooh. Yes, I hear you breaking. All the wood is breaking. This chest has gold in it. If you don't get this, if you don't make the check for this, you can sneak your way through the room. It's annoying and it takes extra time, but it's all the same. Same with this, like if you don't make the check, you just do the puzzle quickly. Obviously. Am I not walking? Fuck. Come on, move your ass.
What contraption is this?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Once I am down into the Underdark, I go back to the camp. Again, if you have a party, I would try and loot through these. I am gonna do this without one. I also will like leave the party out, just to get like waypoints like that, and then bring them in later. No, what's in this? No. Lockpick it. Money, all sorts of good stuff. Come back to camp and talk to Volo. You'll notice that Withers is already. Whoop, that's fast.
I was just settling it.
Yep, thanks. Withers is already here.
These things have stayed interesting. Breathe quiet. Move.
What we want is this ring. We'll take this, and then, I mean, I would pick up scrolls, potions, whatever you want. He does not freak out aggro if you, he doesn't like permanently aggro if you steal from him, so put this on. And this. So let me come up here. This Minotaur comes up. Oh, close. Chug the potion. Go. Turn-based. I still have Bless. Use a fancy arrow. For 8 damage, gets it for 75 EXP.
Health. I wouldn't want to get hit by that. Let's see what this does. This stuff is everywhere.
Slender drow blade impales the stone before you.
Strength, because we have the elixir on us still.
It feels
this point, we are aware it's reasonable to start pickpocketing. Not.
State your purpose.
This isn't the primary point. You do want a little bit more. This is sort of the like, I can and need to grab some basics.
I want to have a word.
Don't.
She'll need an antidote soon.
Give her the antidote we picked up.
I got away, but not the others.
Sure, I'll help him out. Great. And now we have. Where do they go? Oh, they're up here. Boots with special dash.
Don't want to draw any attention.
The only thing we really like to grab from him are those scrolls of
The path lies before me.
words. Scrolls of mirror image, blur, haste. There's a handful of different kinds depending on what kind of run you're doing. I think for me, those sometimes I get damage scrolls, not often.
I'm risking an open view.
Here, what we want is this, but it's a high roll, so we grab everything else first. This, these, one or two of those, this and this, and then, no, okay, cool. Back to camp.
Have to keep going.
And I will just do this as a solo player. Again, you can take a party with you, but it's just less complicated.
I shall be here in my camp for whenever.
That's not the one I want. Yeah, okay.
Should thou or any of thy
Cool. Cost.
a matter.
Every level up, every vendor resets their whatever their inventory, so you can go back, buy, sell, trade, whatever. Nope, nope. I need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this.
The air is heavy.
Oh, I have Lae'zel in my party, don't I? Ooh.
You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
I came just in time. You'll... And I mean... Don't... You'll not become mine. There is... I will keep the fight... Wait.
Blighted Village. Actually, this is fine. It's so annoying. Leave.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response. The goblins slink back.
Bye. Am I not in control of my character? Gotta make sure to click break and then not release break, which is a classic me blunder. We have to save Wulbren because he also sells important things for stealing and using.
Loose! Well, I'm a deep no. What then? Nothing. Take my pack.
At this point, yeah. Oh no, wait. We don't have to kill them. We come up here. Oh no, we do. We do. We don't have to, but we do. I'm just remembering where I am. I don't have notes on me or anything. Take this the fuck out of my hand. The fuck?
You're vile.
Cool. He's surprised, then I get to go again. Then he dies. Wow. This is annoying.
Moving ahead. All right. Time to skulk about. I'll strike you down.
Oh, not surprised. That's not good. Ooh. Ooh. So, in this, if you have 14 AC, wow. Can I? Nope. If I was playing solo, I would have taken Lae'zel's mail armor. You can also wait. You can rest through. That's generally how I do this whole thing. Oh, man, this could be ugly. It could get really ugly. I will rest until
All is ash and meat.
until I have the cloak. It's just much easier, but not really a requirement.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Try something else.
Because that, Jesus, could crit and kill you.
Another fight. Let's go.
Man. Well, this could be it. Whew. Thank you, Shovel. Doing some work.
Time to press ahead.
Again, this isn't as min-maxed as it probably should be. But I'm trying to get through to level 4 and as quickly as possible and give you kind of an idea of why and what works. Because we haven't talked to Nettie, we don't have in the Druid's Grove, and we don't have a real understanding of the tadpole itself and the problem that it's caused. Nettie hasn't given us that information yet. We can make the cross through this bridge without Raphael appearing. And what we'll do is we go past Joaquin's and pick up this waypoint here. We also want to be Gith when we have this conversation, because instead of fighting the patrol, we are going to just talk it.
Drop your weapon! Our queen.
Wop, wop, wop.
My kin, we.
Yeah, they're very scary. Very scary indeed. Indeedy peedy. Such scary.
Of course, Kithrak. You heard him. Search every corpse.
You are. Explain yourself, Vinisk.
You attune your
I
mind.
do not know about his new weapons. Cool, thanks. Bye. That is level 4.
No traps, please.
I find Drow to be the more useful. You don't necessarily need to have a Drow life, but it is infinitely more useful in my mind. So that's what, an hour to level 4?